We looking like we live. Mm-hmm. We looking like we live. Alright guys, what up? Alright, so today's tech tips. Alright, so this week I'm trying to give out like at least a tip about your appliances, do's and don'ts, things I come across as a technician that people doing that they shouldn't be doing, or vice versa, things that they not so should be doing that they are doing, that kind of thing. So today I want to talk a little bit about washing machines, right? Um, we transition from the old type turn dial and press button, like, to get it working, to this digital, just everything lighting up and you press a button and ta-da, we start a wash. So technology changing that, but our mindset towards that technology hasn't changed. Alright? I don't mean to offend nobody, but that is the reality of the situation. Talking to customers and stuff like that, they're still using the same approach to these new model washing machines. When the technology change, we understanding of it's supposed to change, right? So what I mean by that, and again, I'm not trying to be insultive. I mean that there's no longer this analog turn, click, 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 press and it start to work. What it has now is a circuit board inside of it. Alright? And a lot of people buy the washing machine, stick the plug into the outlet, and they start to use it one time. Remember, there's a circuit board, just like your television, and just like anything else, like your PCs and stuff like that. If you do not have a proper surge protector on that item, it's going to damage the board. And then we blame the machine is not working good, the board and them just go bad fast, yada yada yada. Right? Now, I'm not saying it will come with faults, but what I'm saying is to mitigate some of the issues we have in it, easy just to put a line conditioner or a voltage rectifier onto the outlet, so that the circuit board inside, which could be compared to a motherboard as in a PC, because it does control all the operations of the washing machine, right? So that is one of the aspects we could use to help a longer lifespan of our washing machines. The second thing with washing machines that we don't understand is we're not supposed to use soap powder. No. I know we grew up using Breeze, and well, everything is Breeze in Trinidad, let me Mobilang, right? So just Breeze holistic soap powder, right? So Breeze on the whole. We try not to use Breeze in our washing machine. Why? Breeze in this washing machine encourage rusting. What has happened when Breeze don't get solidified or don't dilute properly, right? The solids actually goes up under the lid and start to corrode it. That's how we start to get rust, and we start to get all this set of debris, that corrosion, the paint start to flake, all of that. Soap powder. And the next thing people don't understand, remember the machine agitating, right? So as this thing moving, agitating back and forth, you have Breeze soap powder that's not diluted. When it start to rub on the walls of your washing machine, it actually start to scrub away the enamel paint. Some of them have ceramic coating on the barrel on the inside. What you're actually doing is actually scrubbing that off with the Breeze, because it becomes abrasive, it becomes rough. We don't want that. That will actually not give you the longest possible lifespan out of your machine. So we don't want to do that. Right? So try your best not to use Breeze. Another thing, some of my customers say I don't hear about the BRL. I try not a COVID shave, we locked down now, so I try not to shave until lockdown over. But right. Anyhow, I feel like one of them puppies on them, Probably not as cute, but yeah. So our next thing we want to do now is how we just put soap in the machine. A lot of people just put clothes in the machine, throwing the soap powder, the liquid soap on top of it, and pour in the water to wash and leave it and let it go. That is not the best way. I'm not saying, I'm putting up a disclaimer, I'm not saying all liquid soap just do this. but there are liquid soap that when it stays on your clothes for too long, it actually burns and give you clothes spots, right? Because it's a concentrate onto the fabric, it's not diluted. So it would actually start to eat into the material. In some cases, it will destroy your clothes. So the safest thing to do, that is recommended by all manufacturers, pour your water to full. Wait until the water fill about this much in the bottom of the tub, and then you pour your soap, your liquid soap, right around the bottom. Alright? Let that start to get diluted, and then you start to train your clothes. By the time the water level reach up to where it's supposed to be agitating, your clothes would already been pre-soaked. So by that time you get the saturation into the cloth, you already start that dilution process of whatever grime or sweat or whatever it is you have to get out. So when the clothes is actually agitated now, it's less of an effort on the machine part. As we are on the topic of less of an effort, people don't understand what a small load is, right? And it's debatable by brand, by size, and machine type, right? But basically, we need to understand, like a 15 kg, a small than that might be kind of big for a smaller size machine, right? So we need to understand the machine that you're purchasing, what a small load consists of, because people tend to put what will be dubbed as a medium load on a small cycle, and then when the rods start to go bad or things start to happen, you blame the machine. Is not the machine new, the machine is only 3 years old. Why is it giving me this? Because in the old system we did not have hanging rods. We didn't have hanging rods. On the four corner of your machine have rods that suspends the basket. The old machine, it used to be mounted onto a frame, so you didn't have these rods to go bad. But seeing as the design changed because of according to the manufacturers, it changed because of they wanted a better quality system with less wastage, be it water and electrical. Also, they wanted a smaller carbon footprint per unit. And yeah, without it going, they wanted to make a relatively a cheaper machine. But the reality is this is what we are faced with right now. And we're not getting the older type machines to buy unless you're getting them second-hand used. And some of the parts, based on time, you wouldn't be able to get it. So basically what I'm trying to say is be cautious of how much you're putting into your machine, right? How much clothes, especially with jeans and towels and stuff like that. You really don't want to have a machine overfull, because your rods will go bad, the agitator will go bad. You're going to realize you start to get a weird sound down by the gearbox and transmission, which is totally different from the older ones, right? To your mode shifter would need to change these things because your load cycle is too big for the machine. It's not the fact that the machines is not built to handle the load that you're putting in it. It's just, in fact, it's a whole different machine, right? So we want to understand when you buy the machine what a load cycle looks like, how much clothes you need to put in, how much the changes soap powder, we know we have to use a different quantity for it. All of these things is important. A lot of people ask me, Joe, what brand you gonna recommend, right? Or what kind of washing machine you gonna recommend, because I don't want these old things. I will always say I'm not specific to brand. I have my personal favorite, but I'm have to pay me to say that, right? The difference is when you buy something, there's working parameters for the unit. Understand what the parameters is, and you should be fine, right? Everything does give trouble over a period of time. Everything will be fine if you stay within the parameters, right? So if you have any questions or any further comments or anything like this, remember, hit me up, leave a comment below. If anything you want to find out about your machine, you could send me a picture and I will try to get the information to you of what your load size should look like. Alright, I could message the companies directly and say, look, we have this size, we have that amount, what is the recommendation for it? Even if you don't have the book or the manual, we'll try to get the information for you. One last thing people don't understand, at least once a year you need to have your machine serviced, preventative maintenance, once a year. What I mean? Why I call a technician to go into my machine and nothing wrong with it? Why? I have money to throw it? Well, what you don't understand is there are 2 drums in the machine. 2. One is the one that you see that washes the clothes with the agitator in the center of it. The other one is an outside bin that holds the water. Between 2 of those, all the debris, all the nastiness, all the fuzz, everything stays there. So when you go to wash now, that water actually back washes into your load cycle, right? And all of that debris and everything that don't really drain out as much as it should goes back into your load cycle. You wouldn't notice it because your load cycle has closed and is already tainted with the soap that you're using. So anytime you think you need that servicing done, what you need to do is put on an empty load and leave the machine light wash and observe the color of the water. Also, you're going to realize your clothes is not rinsing properly. You're going to realize you're getting a little odor off of it. When it dry, you're going to notice you're getting a lot of lint buildup, all these things. The pump and all these things need to be cleaned and serviced at least once a year to ensure that your clothes are being not only washed clean, but spin out and dry clean also in clean water. Yes, the second rinse may help, but remember that it's being soaked for a period of time while it's in that agitation cycle. Alright, so I hope you guys learned something. Again, if you're not sure what your load cycle look like, send me a pic personally or leave a comment down below, whatever it is. I will get these manufacturer specs for you, and we'll try to see how best we can make your machine last you a longer lifespan. Thanks for watching.